During the 370s AD, while Nicene Christians compiled a hit list of heretics, a 17-year-old Berber from a northwest African family leaves Numidia for college in Carthage. His mother, Monica, was a Christian. His father, Patricius, was a Roman official, not a Christian. The boy Augustine thought Christianity was for the simple-minded, and despite his mother's prayers, he sought truth in a Persian religion, but soon became disillusioned with it. Augustine and his lived-in girlfriend had a child together. Upon completing college, he taught at the college there before landing a prestigious appointment as imperial professor of rhetoric in Milan, Italy. He moved his family, mother, and other relatives there. His conversion to Christianity began after reading the biography of the notable Egyptian desert hermit Anthony the Great. Augustine reported hearing a childlike voice telling him to take up and read. When he did, the first scripture he saw was what's in Romans chapters 12 through 15 in our Bible today. So he returned to his hometown in Africa, where he established the first urban monastery, well over a century before Benedict of Nursia in Italy. It has been said that Augustine could not outrun his mother's prayers. Over the next 45 years, Augustine made some of the most significant institutional, theological, and philosophical contributions to Christianity. I'll share three that profoundly impacted Western Christianity as we know it today. First, the monasteries he established throughout Carthage and Numidia set the pattern for practices, behavioral rules, expectations, and responsibilities of priests, monks, and nuns still in use today. In fact, much later, the great 14th through 16th century AD Reformation greats, Wycliffe, Huss, Luther, Zwingli, Tyndale, and Calvin, were Augustinian. Second, his role in confirming the collection of the African Church's canonical decisions cannot be overstated. Specifically, Africa continued to hold its own church councils long after the Nicene councils. From 198 AD through the life of Augustine, these councils were so rich with consensual decisions about ecclesiastical order, Christian philosophy and practices, as well as the order and responsibilities of church clergy, that their decisions were treated as the gold standard throughout Christendom. Augustine headed the council that confirmed the collection of canons from those councils. Both the Eastern and Western churches inserted these African canonical decisions into their own ancient codes. Here are some of the names used throughout history to refer to them. The Statutes of an African Council. The collection of those African canons put together in 419 AD. Not a title, but an appropriate description. A synod at Carthage in Africa, which adopted 138 canons. In her book, Vanished Cities of Northern Africa, Stuart Erskine states, "The African Church was then the first of all the Christian churches. It was easily the primate, as the papal bull stated. Third, and finally, also during the African Church Council in 419 AD, Augustine declared the existing selection of biblical books for the Bible to be a closed set. More details about the African gold standard for the Church can be found by clicking the link to the 10th of 11 videos, as well as by purchasing the book, Surveying Christianity's African Roots, in the description below.